Deep down, I know I'm a fighter. Deep down, I know my desires. Everybody thinks that I'm just a liar. They don't know what I got inside ya. I'm the one to fight fire with fire. I'm the type who never lets me get tired. Mess with me and they never will find ya. Yeah. People tell me I won't get it. They don't know me cause I'm cold winning. Always in the ninth, I closing. It's always in my mind, don't know quitting. I'ma be the one that blows up in it. You gon' be the one that shows up missing. I'ma be the one that knows my mission. You gon' be the one with no ambition. I'ma make you take it all back. You ain't never gonna get me, man, I'm too fast. Call me the juice, that 40-yard dash. Always look forward, no, never look back. I just spit the truth, better listen to my facts. Get me up in the booth and I put them on a blast. When I spit the truth, they all listen to the facts. Got nothing to lose, so I put the pen to bed. That's what I do, hard work always lasts. And the pain's not an act, no, it hurts real bad. But you have to attack what you want to attract, or you're gonna look back and regret what you lack. Everybody knows that's a fact. Yeah, I just want my words to impact. Yeah, I just want my words to all last. Yeah, not sorry if I put you on blast.
They know just what they see on the outside. They don't know just what I'm like on the inside. If you knew what I could do, you'd watch your backside. If you knew what I could do, you'd stay in at night. I'm the type of dude you don't wanna fuck with. I'm the type of dude enough is enough, bitch. I'm the type of dude who never gets complacent. I'm the type of dude who knows he's gonna make it, I'll make it.
Can't escape from my thoughts like a black hole. Can't escape from these thoughts and these assholes. Too many people feeling entitled. Too many people staying idle. Man, I work every day for the title, and I'ma get it, that thought is final. The way I think you could say is primal. Kill it, be killed, I'm your rival. I don't lose, no. I'ma be the one they choose, though. You gon' be the one they lose, ho. Way too busy and snooze, bro. I'ma be the one to rise up in it. Never gonna fall, I fight till I get it. Always staying tall, got pride, I'm grinning. I don't really think I'll ever find my limit. And I know that they all wanna hate me, but they see me on the climb, so they wait, see. If I make it, then they just might say, B, you been doing so good, brother K-Lee. I don't wanna hear your words, all the fake shit. Now I want my day, wanted to be patient. All the same people, never been complacent. We been working hard, man, we on the same shit. I'm not just a sinner, I ain't you for dinner. I'm not a beginner, I'll paint you a picture. I got a guitar and they play that shit every day. No, I was not that great, figured out how to play. Learned how to change to be, learned how to rap and sing. Passion is everything, loved it throughout my teens. 10,000 hours, so I could be fucking king. Hand me the ground, or just get out my fucking ring.
They know just what they see on the outside. They don't know just what I'm like on the inside. If you knew what I could do, you'd watch your backside. If you knew what I could do, you'd stay in at night. I'm the type of dude you don't wanna fuck with. I'm the type of dude enough is enough, bitch. I'm the type of dude who never gets complacent. I'm the type of dude who knows he's gonna make it, I'll make it.
Hey guys, what is up? What is up? The Philadelphia Eagles are going to the Super Bowl, baby. We're going to the Super Bowl. How's everyone doing today? Further AM, Tom Stokes, and Next Shift Randy. How's everyone doing?
How's everyone doing? I'm doing great. I'm going to the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl!
And doing fantastic. Like you said, like you guys said, we're going to the Super Bowl. You couldn't ask for a better season, obviously. I mean, the last thing to do is get it done, so let's do it.
Right. Randy, what about you?
Nothing left to say. We just gotta get that fucking dub.
Oh my god. I just gotta show you guys before we actually get started. I showed AM this. the last time, well, not the last time, the one we were in Jacksonville, the Super Bowl, some of my family went. The tickets they gave to me.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
That's so
Yeah. So these are never leaving my side. I'm like, something
My
for me.
uncle has 2 tickets. My uncle and his son, their son went. He won the tickets in a raffle because he was a car dealership, and
Oh, God.
the owner had a promotion, and they all got into a raffle, and he apparently won the raffle, and they got a free trip down to Jacksonville and watched the Eagles and the Beatles in the Super Bowl. And they bragged to me about it, and I showed me the ticket, and I hate them because I wish I went. So jealous.
Hey, it doesn't matter. Oh my God, I still can't believe we're actually here. I mean, we were the best team all year, right? Just keep it a buck. Best team all year. And we just blew the doors out of the 49ers. So, Tom, I know you were at the tailgate in the game. So let's talk about it. How was the atmosphere? How was the tailgate, etc.?
It was amazing. Obviously, like I always tell people, you always wish you had more time tailgating, but when game time comes, everybody's in the stadium. Getting the win is the only thing on everybody's mind. So, I mean, tailgate was amazing. It was fun. You know, a lot of people. Same with the Giants game as well. It's a lot of fun, a lot of people, good energy, great food, great job by everybody. 4th and John, M1. They have some of the people over there that throw the tailgate. Great job with everything they do as well. There's tons of tailgates. Everybody knows that. And then we get in the stadium and it's business time. And it was loud, rocking. No takeover happened. 49ers fans were barely seen. They left early. Quarterbacks left early. We checked the whole team out. We sent them back to San Fran. So, hey, couldn't have asked for a better way to go. You know what I mean? So it's just here we are. Here we are. We're in the Super Bowl. So.
Oh my God, we're
No hard feelings.
I still can't believe that they're saying that we beat a 4th-string quarterback. Like, that whole thing is just driving me crazy. Like, it's not our fault the offensive line didn't do anything.
Hey, it comes down to it. When it comes down to it, I think Kittle kind of might have put his foot in his mouth when he was on the podium and said that, listen, we're a very physical team. We play very physical. I'm not sure if Philadelphia is going to be able to compete with us on that level. He's like, we'll see. But he goes, in the end, I feel like our team's going to be the better team. 7 points.
Yep.
7. Yeah.
7.
Yeah, you guys showed up.
Yeah.
We got 31 points. I don't know about you guys, but that's the most that anyone scored on the 49ers for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Randy put it perfectly, man. When they got manhandled, they got beat down. It was they said something about being more physical. Like he said, man, they got shown what it's like to get in a dogfight, really, and they got mauled. I mean, it's not like Brock Purdy and the other quarterback got hurt in the game prior. We knocked those guys out, and that's because we were hitting the quarterback, making plays, and there was no intent to injure. But if you can't stay healthy in the game, then that's what happened. And they were hitting Jalen Hurts when they got the shot. They hit him. He got up every time, and that was the difference in the game. And that was the difference in the game. We were just tougher. We were more physical. We were just a better football team from top to bottom, more disciplined. Just looked way more ready for the moment than anything they threw at us. And, there are no excuses. Like, if my team got beat like that, I'm not saying nothing about getting lucky or anything like that. And it's sad that you hear that all the time. They got lucky. The Eagles got lucky. No, we just beat the out of that team.
Like, they were falling down all over the place. Further AM was on the stream with me in Philly halftime. And I mean, like, Bosa goes down, but before Bosa goes down, Fred Warner on the first play goes down, and they're questioning, oh my God, there goes that huge linebacker core, there goes that strong D of Kinlaw and Warner, and then on a stupid fluke play on a punt return, I believe it was, Bosa gets smoked by one of their players throwing our player into him, so now his knee's messed up for the whole game. It was like, y'all were doing it to yourselves, basically. So you can say what you want, but in the end, we stayed true to ourselves. We were tough. Our coaching staff knew how to approach these players in a sense of not over practicing and not overdoing it with these guys to potentially put them in spots where they're going to get injured or have nicks and bruises, which could turn up worse along down the road to begin with. So you got to give this coaching staff a whole ton of credit for at the beginning of the year we were like, oh, they're not practicing enough, what the hell. Well, we have a pretty damn healthy squad for the most part because of it. So you kind of got to lick, you kind of got to, you got to look back and go, you know what, maybe they knew what they were doing really.
How about that 49ers player suplexing Maddox, I think it was?
Oh, that's right? Trent Williams.
Yeah.
Davon Wallace, he got
Davon Wallace. Oh my God.
That was out of anger. That was another thing that really showed the 49ers' true colors. They were getting mad at the end of the game. And they were taking cheap shots and getting late hit penalties and personal fouls, and the benches cleared.
They were getting frustrated. The frustration was real.
Right. When you're down 31-7 doing stuff like that, it's a really bad look. Bad look. And that was embarrassing. I thought they were more poised than that. I thought they had more championship pedigree than that, but I guess I was wrong, honestly.
I mean, they came down to desperation mode. They wanted to do anything to get a chance to get a victory or go, to the Super Bowl, the next step. And they didn't have a quarterback. Their quarterback, unfortunately, got injured. And all their hopes demolished from there. Bosa comes out. He goes back in and then gets injured again. And then comes back in. I mean, the man got injured twice in one game and still played. That was shocking to me.
That's crazy because, like, when I'm at the game, I'm so wrapped up. I didn't even really notice that happened. Like, I saw Warner went down one play, and I think I saw Bosa might have went down one play, but I didn't know any of that. So that's
Bosa was limping. He was limping heavily. And he still came back out. He looked worse than Mahomes.
Yeah,
and then look what our defensive player of the year did, Mr. Hassan Reddick, Temple University product. Let's go. Fucking great. He's good, man. He is good.
Yeah, you got to keep him around for a while.
Yes, pay that man whatever the fuck he wants.
We got him for
He's already getting paid. He's good.
Yeah, but his next contract, I don't care. I'll throw money in. I'll give him some of my fucking hard-earned money to keep him a Philly. Like, I want him to be here I want him to retire as an Eagle. That's what I want.
That'd be awesome.
How old is he again? How old is he?
27?
27, 28, yeah.
My God, he's my age. Wow.
He's gonna have a couple more years where he's playing at a high level. And, he reminds me of a certain guy that used to play for the Denver Broncos in their Super Bowl run who just wrecked every game on his way there, and that's Von Miller. And I think Hassan Reddick is maybe not so much a sleeper now, but he's, to me, that guy that if a quarterback doesn't win Super Bowl MVP, it could be Hassan Reddick that ends up with it. If he keeps wrecking games like he's doing, he takes over every game now, it seems. It's incredible.
28. He's 28. Sorry, he's 28.
Turned 28 this season, I'm pretty sure. And
yeah, on September 22nd.
Yeah, so he's in his prime, smack dab in the middle of his prime, and looks like one of the best signings we've ever made, honestly. Changes the whole game.
Absolutely.
Yo, what's good, AK? AK?
Yes, sir. What
is up, man? How you doing?
Not too shabby, man. Not too shabby. Hanging in there.
There we go. So, Tom, this is AK to Tom. He was actually at the tailgate last weekend, AK.
Oh, okay. What's going on, Tom? Nice to meet you, sir.
What's going on? Yeah, we went to every game this year.
What up, Chad? What up, Brian?
Can't lie. The last one was the loudest I've heard the stadium in a while. I'm telling you, it was rocking. Absolutely rocking.
Yeah, man, that tailgate was quite impressive. There for a while, it just seemed like every tailgate blended together. It was crazy, man.
Yeah, I hear you there.
Yeah, the backup tight end to block. They actually used it. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was another
trying to block Reddick. Didn't he just go right by like it was nothing?
He flopped him a slide like he was basically a pylon.
Yeah, just shoved him aside. And honestly, nowadays, sports fans are more willing to make excuses about certain things and looking at their team. And really, the reason everything happened how it happened was, let's go, Connor. What we got?
We're going to the Super Bowl!
Super Bowl!
Let's go!
Yeah, Pritchett!
You're damn right. Put your hands over your heart and just say with me, in God we trust. Woo! How
What
y'all
up,
do?
Cool? What up, Cool Cap? What up, bro?
man.
What's up, y'all? I knew Further would be looking for me since y'all doing the show, so I had
Yeah.
to pop in and just say what's up, and let
Yeah,
y'all
was
know.
like, wait.
We're going to the Super Bowl, bitches!
We're going to Super Bowl!
We're going to the Super Bowl. AM was like, Mitch, it's cool. It's Cool Cat hopping in. I'm like, yeah.
Of course I am. Anytime y'all do MK headlines and Further start looking for me, of course I'm gonna pop in. Of course, y'all my boys. Y'all my boys.
There we go. How was Birds of Broad Street?
Man, it was late. Simone, Notion
watched you
Gang.
guys. It was
Yep.
crazy.
Yes, it was. Salute to Further for watching, and salute to everybody that was watching. Me, Simone, Trigger Trey, BG, Notion Gang. We was litty. We was turned
It
up.
was a party.
Exactly. Salute to all the haters that was watching. Boss Cowboy gave us a salute. Coke ran his mouth. Some people thought, the usual stuff. But hey, I told him, and Further, you watched me. I told him the Philadelphia Eagles are going to run the NFC East, and the NFL for a long, long time. And if there was anybody in the court, if anybody was in the court that even thought that their team was going to do anything, I gave them the invitation. I gave them the open invitations. Tell me why your team won't be, in the words of my sister, shit this year, and why we won't be on top. And nobody answered. Because I'm telling you, who's good? Who? Thank you, Mitch. But anyway, what I was trying to say before that musical number, what I was trying to say is, look at our conference. I know. Look at our conference. The NFC West. Rams, they rebuilding. Cardinals, they got a Kyler Murray problem. 49ers, they just lost to Miko Ryan. And they got a quarterback problem. Seattle, they okay, but they rebuilding. NFC North. Green Bay, you got an Aaron Rodgers problem. Minnesota, you're trash. Detroit Lions, I see y'all, but y'all still rebuilding.
Give some Lions credit. Give them props credit. They're underdogs. They'll make it.
Yeah, they're underdogs. I'll give them that, but yeah. So that's
the Super Bowl. They never.
I know. Yeah, I know. And the Bears are the Bears. They trash. I'm not even going to go anywhere near the NFC South because all four of them are trash. By the way, Jalen Hurts is the Saints' daddy. And now to our division. Washington Commanders away. Trash. The New York Football Giants. We own y'all. We own y'all. And we got a penthouse in the hills of New York and New Jersey. We own y'all. And don't get me started with the Dallas Street Rats. Them little... Exactly. They suck. Thank you, Ted. They suck. They trash. They garbage. They got a Dak Prescott and a Mike McCarthy problem. The Philadelphia Eagles will be running this conference, this division, and the NFL for a long time. And I will say it one more time for the people in the back. If there's anybody who thinks their team going to do anything this year, come up, step up in front of the court, and tell me why your team ain't shit. Come on, tell me. I want to know. Tell me. Let me know. Tell me why your team won't be shit this season and why the Eagles won't be on top of this conference. Go ahead, tell me. I've been waiting all episode on the Birds of Broad Street, Mitch. Further can tell you, I got no response from nobody because they know I'm right.
I got a response. I know exactly what to say.
I got one thing to say. Too fucking easy. You know it's too fucking easy. Too fucking easy. You know it's too fucking easy.
You know it's too
Too
fucking
fucking easy. Exactly.
I like it a lot.
That's how I do.
Oh
It feels good, y'all. We're going to the fucking Super Bowl. Start with my language. We're going to the fucking Super Bowl.
We're
And
going
not
to
to
the
mention
Super
we're
Bowl.
NFC champions.
Oh, the
Number one.
Oh my god! Hey,
And it's all thanks.
Again.
And it's all
Number one
thanks
the
in
whole
part.
time.
And it's all thanks in part to that 24-year-old piece of gold. Say it with me. Jalen
oh, I was waiting for AK to say that.
He did. He was. He
I got
unmuted
something
him,
from
brother.
the 90s.
I am here.
Wow.
We're number one.
I just
We
can't
the
top that
ones,
energy
baby.
right
We the
now.
ones, Further.
Oh,
Let them know. We the
I-
ones.
Yeah, no, I can't top that energy right now, so I'm just kind of letting him deal with it at the moment.
Salute to you, AK. You're my brother. Salute to you, AK.
I know, man.
Yo, cool.
Well,
Cat
you want
and
that
I-
energy? Come back at 9 p.m. when I'm on. I'm saving
Exactly. There you go.
Cool Cat and I are gonna go live for the Super Bowl.
Yep.
We're going
Super Bowl,
live
Cool
for the
Cat
Super
Mitch.
Bowl, baby.
It's live Super Bowl, Cool Cat Mitch game day. Tune in, man. It's gonna be litty. Listen, I don't really got that much videos to make this week other than Broad Street News, only because, to be honest with you, I want to wait till
There's nothing
next
to talk
week.
about.
Exactly. Nothing to talk about. The only thing you need to do, Eagles Nation, is celebrate. You're in the Super Bowl. You're facing the Kansas City Chiefs. You got all week next week to talk about the Chiefs. You got plenty of time.
That's right.
Man, I
You two wants to talk wrestling.
Dude,
I
that's
just
how we
really-
got to do it. Literally, we are going to the Super Bowl and we are going to celebrate and party our asses off, man. I already got 4 pounds of hot wings. I'm going all out, dude. 4
Oh.
pounds.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get on the grill, man.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that, but okay.
I got 4 pounds of the ganja.
Oh.
Hey, there you go.
Straight from Canada. He's got that BC bud.
No, man, like, I mean, in all honesty,
Yes, sir.
I actually don't like the fact that we're going against Andy. Because in all honesty, I don't want to embarrass him. I still love the guy. You know, I have a.
You don't want to put him in
really-
his misery. I know.
Yeah,
AK.
man. Like I still have a soft spot for him in my heart. Andy Reid always will, with every Eagle fan. You know, and
Yep.
I really don't want to shame this man like this, but it's got to
Started
happen
this whole
because he's in our
That's
way.
the only way you're a Super Bowl champion.
Fuck it.
again,
Come
AK.
Sunday,
I
Andy
know.
Reid gonna be crying with his sons.
But,
Eagles gonna win the Super Bowl.
AK, I hear what you're saying, but forget Andy. I want to
That's why I said
You didn't get
it's
one
sad.
for us. Got to move on, man.
I know, but that's why I said it's sad because it's him standing in our way.
He's like
It would be
his
easier if
girlfriend
it
you
was
wanna-
like the
he's- dude,
Bengals, man.
He's like
And
the
then no lie.
ex-girlfriend you're trying to hit up, man. I could see it. He's like, man, he's like that one hot
Yeah.
chick back in the
He's a
day.
lovable bear. But
And
let's
no
be
lie,
real.
man. I wanted him to take on Burrow because if you remember right, he had that great season at Oklahoma, and only because Joe Burrow had that God season, he was on God mode all year. He won the Heisman. So I figured, hell, why not have Joe Burrow versus Jalen Hurts and let Jalen Hurts win? And hey, maybe the criticism stops because he beat Joe Burrow. You know what I'm saying? So I would have rather had that one. But it is what it is.
No, it's got to be Mahomes versus Hurts.
Mahomes, though. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Because everybody in the mama is sitting there saying, Patrick Mahomes is the MVP, and he deserves it. It is what it is. But in order for, and it's like this, in the words of the legendary GOAT, to
up, Rafa?
be the man, you gotta beat the man. The
Jalen
Kansas City
freaking
Chiefs is the man,
Hey,
I
so you
get
gotta
it.
beat him.
hey, a bigger story is that Kelsey versus Kelsey. The first
Yeah.
time ever two brothers are facing each other in the Super Bowl. First time ever. Still can't believe it.
Let's get
I
back to
don't
another-
know who the
hey,
Bears are going to
Eagles
vote for.
depth chart real quick.
There is another one as well, a new record being set in 2 weeks as well. This is the
Everyone on
first
our-
time ever in NFL history that two African American quarterbacks have won against each other.
Oh, I didn't know that. Really?
Oh, yeah.
This is the first time. This is the first time in NFL history that two
Wow.
African American quarterbacks have faced each other. First
And
time ever.
brothers, Kelsey. Look at you just mentioned.
Yeah,
Brothers too. Wow.
Yeah.
And
there's a
what
lot
about
of force.
an ex-coach facing a formal rival, like Andy Reid facing his former team in a Super Bowl? Has any other coach ever faced their former team in a Super Bowl? Does anyone have any information?
Yeah. It was oh fuck, what's his face? Gruden. Didn't he go from the Raiders to Tampa and then face the Raiders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck the Bucs.
Wait. Tampa, but
Tampa and Oakland played in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he won it back in the day with Tampa with Johnson, I believe, at
That's
quarterback or something.
That's right. I remember. Yes, Gruden
Yeah,
was the
'cause he
first.
ended
I
up
remember
beating
because I was
the
working at
Raiders.
Wendy's and I was still in school and I was working at Wendy's and I was asking people when they came up to the window what the score was.
Yeah, no, because he
I'm
got-
like, if you
he-
tell me the score and it's in my favor, I'll give you guys an extra hamburger.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken,
hamburger.
he got traded to Tampa, right? And then the following year he wins.
Yeah, they beat the Eagles in that NFC Championship game to
I
get.
still. Hold on.
Wow, dude, that's crazy. I do remember that now. I thought, wow, it's been a while.
I hate that Rondé Barber, but you guys know that the next year they opened Lincoln Financial Field after that NFC Championship game. So
What?
I got the ball. It was
Oh,
the ball.
shit.
Wow.
Rondé
I'm
Barber.
definitely
Sick,
keeping
man.
it. Yeah, I wish I could put it in my setup, but I
Oh
got
God, I want to say something. Ooh, I'll save it for backstage. See, he's laughing because he knows what's
Is that
coming.
ball deflated? Is that a deflated football, bitch?
No, that's not what I
No.
was going with. He knows what
That's
I was
what
going
he's
to
going
Go
say.
ahead and say it, AK. AK, what is it?
I said that's. Oh no, I can't, man.
You can't say it.
Oh, I can. You know what, Mitch? Give me permission, then I can.
Go for it.
That's what Jewish money buys you.
I got it as a gift.
I'll just say it. Well, okay. Was it from your dad?
No.
Oh, okay.
A family member.
Oh, well, it's still the same. Come on, that's fucked up.
Everyone's
By the
like,
way,
wait,
guys,
what the hell's going on?
this is always an inside joke between me and Mitch. It's okay.
Yeah,
There's no hate there when I say something.
there's not. There's not. Jesus Christ.
I've said a lot worse. Trust me.
Oh, yeah. Imagine being a Cowboys fan watching the Eagles go to 2 Super Bowls in 5 years, and they haven't been sniffed at Super Bowl in 28 years. Think about that. 2 Super
The
Bowls. in
49ers haven't
5
either,
years.
though. The 49ers haven't won.
Yeah,
a
but
Super
fuck
Bowl
the 49ers. The
since-
Cowgirls are ass. Fuck the Cowgirls.
Yeah, but the 49ers did something the Cowboys haven't done. They at least reached the Super Bowl. They might have lost it, but they reached it.
They have. That is true. They have seen one. Just like the Giants have seen recently twice. The Eagles now have twice too. And
Yeah.
it's our time where we need to get this second Super Bowl, get this victory.
Do it for Jalen.
Bro, you
Right.
got the next
Yeah,
10 years.
really, yes. For Jalen Hurts. That would just be really a historical moment for Jalen Hurts and the rest of this franchise.
Yeah.
Well, in all honesty, man, your window is the next 3 years. You already have AJ locked down. If you lock down CJ and you lock down Jalen, you have AJ for the next 5. You got Smith at least for the next 3. You know, who knows what you do with Miles? It all depends there. But then if you rebuild the defense around what we already have and what you remain to keep, then yeah, man, you got 3-year window here. You
I
can.
told
You
him,
can
AK, we're going to be running everything for a long, long time.
Yeah,
For
no,
a
I
long time.
really feel that, man. Like you got a 3-year window here. You can go back to back. You can.
Yeah.
If
There's
you do
not
it right.
one team in the NFC that scares me. So, yeah, not one. And how y'all feel about going to the Super Bowl anyway? I didn't hear y'all. How y'all feeling about it?
I'm loving
Feeling
it.
good.
Who's not loving it? I mean, this is great. And all the people that were against this whole entire time
You know,
took
I'm
us for
pretty-
granted. Now have a foot in their mouth.
Serious question for you, for you all. What's up, Blaze? I'm rooting for you guys.
Randy said someone kicked them out the stream. There he
There
is.
you go.
Nope.
There you go.
Yeah,
If you lose, how will you look at the season as a whole?
A fucking disgrace.
no, dude, no, not at all. I'd still be happy.
What are you talking
We made it
about?
to the Super Bowl. Made to
Bro,
the-
I don't give a fuck with this roster. Are you fucking serious? You better fucking win this shit. You don't get 78 sacks in
Dude,
one
AK,
fucking
we're gonna win.
season for nothing.
It's a hypothetical question.
I know, but I'm still pissed about it, even though it is hypothetical. If you lose this fucking game, bro, that's a disgrace. You have creamed everyone's clock all year long just to fucking go down in the biggest game of them all? No, unacceptable, bro.
It won't happen. That's the thing. You're forgetting that the Kansas City Chiefs defense isn't even top 10 like the Bengals. And also, you got to forget that Mahomes is injured, and you better believe that we already saw us take out one quarterback. What makes you think that? I mean, I hate to say it, and I don't want to bring injury, but
Not
Mahomes
going
is
wood.
injured, and if he wants to take the risk out there playing against Hassan Reddick and taking that risk, well, I mean, he might get injured this game.
I get it, man, but
really
the question
see it
is,
actually happening. I really
the
can
question
see
is, I'm
getting
rooting
kicked
for
out of
you
this.
guys, but if you lose, how will you look at the season? That is the question, and that's what I'm answering. If we lose, it's a fucking disgrace. Do I feel we win? Hell yeah, we do. And I think it's going to be a lot worse than what people think. But if we lose, the fucking season is a disgrace, bro. Unexcusable.
Tom, what do you think about that?
Oh, yeah.
Say what?
What do you think about that exact question? Go back to the question.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I think you know, a little bit of both. I think that it would be really disappointing to lose, but I also think that you know, like we were just talking about, you could have a couple-year window. It's just about winning that first one to open that window, and so we'll see. I mean, I think like you said, I think we're gonna win. A lot of different reasons we could go over, and but cool,
Yeah.
that's the best we got all next week. But yeah, if we lose, I wouldn't necessarily. I'd be disappointed, absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, but yeah, it would be a tough pill to swallow because we had a great season. So just hope to get that win, and you know, maybe we revisit it and see how I actually do. It's hard to project how I'd feel because I've been thinking. You try to prepare yourself, you know, like, oh man, if we lost, what am I going to think? How am I going to act? And you know, I kind of thought that all year, all playoffs, everything. I get nervous before every game, so it's not going to be much different here. I'm going to be anxious to see what happens, but I can't really project how I'd feel, honestly. Sometimes I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, man, it would just be terrible to lose. And then other times I'm like, well, you know, we made some progress, obviously made a ton of progress and have a great team. So
AK, I'm going to come back to you. AK, I'm going to come back to you in just 1 second. Cool Cat, what do you think about that question? If we lose this game,
For me, if we lose, I would be upset about it, but I wouldn't be upset about it. I would be 50-50 because on one hand, I would be pissed because Jalen Hurts and the crew was right there, 60 minutes away from winning this thing, so I would be upset about it. On the other hand, Jalen Hurts is going to get his contract because if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't even be in the Super Bowl. If it wasn't for Howie Roseman, you wouldn't be in the Super Bowl. If it wasn't for Nick Sirianni and the crew coaching and A.J. Brown and Smith, if it wasn't for the Philadelphia Eagles doing what they do in this offseason and this season, you wouldn't even be in the Super Bowl. So I would be upset, pissed off. I wouldn't be talking about it for a week. And then I would get over it and just smile because we got to the Super Bowl. You know how many people in our conference is licking their chops like, I should be in that Super Bowl. I should be in there. The Cowboys, they look at their, I should be there. The 49ers, I should be there. The Giants, I should be there. You're there. You're there. You're one of the few people in the league that can say, I'm in the Super Bowl. The banners, the gear, the hats, I'm in the Super Bowl. So although I would be pissed off that we lost, I would be grateful and happy knowing that you was in there.
Yeah,
that you was in there.
I'd rather
31, because 30 other teams, I'm sorry, further, 30 other teams can't say you're the NFC champs, you've been to the Super Bowl, and whether you win or lose, you competed in it. 30 other teams can't say that. They're in the off season.
Yeah, it's been a great ride, and honestly, I agree with that. You got to give yourself a shot to get the win. So, another thing would be to see how this team went further. If they lose this Super Bowl, imagine they lose the Super Bowl, they learn from it, they come back and they win the next one.
Thank you.
There's always that experience to learn and stuff. I hope we don't have to learn the hard way. I hope we get this thing done, but.
I mean, remember last year? You was in the playoffs against the Code. Look at you this year. You're in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Now,
look how far we came from last year.
Yeah. So
back to you. I have a question because you're really upset here that if we lose this Super Bowl, you got a little bit upset there. If we lose, how much?
Well, of course, I better pray to God all of you were fucking upset.
Now, question is,
trust me.
Is it now on how the way we lose? Like the Giants, remember how disappointed they were? We all heard how they were so with the way they lost, and same with the 49ers, the way they lost, and they both teams only put up 7 points. We've only given up 14 points this postseason total. Now, let's say we lose this game dramatically. Yes, I agree with you. What a waste of a season. Why did we even go to the Super Bowl? But what if we lose just by the hair? By a margin. It was a close game. It was fought battle. What do you take on that now? Do you still think the same way?
To a point, yeah, I do, because I get who we're facing, but you look at their weapons and you look at our weapons all the way around, they don't compare, bro. Like it's apples to oranges. I mean, you got AJ Brown and Smith with Juju, McKill Hartman, and Kadarius Toney. Like, is this really a conversation? You have the two top corners in the NFL. Is this really a fucking conversation? I have listen. Pikachu is awesome.
Brought up by Blaze Radio.
listen. Pikachu is fucking awesome. Okay, I understand that, but we should be able to stop Pikachu. All right. Miles Sanders is a better halfback than Pikachu. Dallas Goedert and Kittle and Kels. Hey, you know what? Kels right now, I'm not saying they're even, but
it's pretty
Goddard is right under him, man. Like he's coming. You know what I mean? Goddard is a monster. Kels is a monster.
Guys, I'll catch y'all. I'll catch y'all later. My phone's about to die, so I'll catch y'all later.
For showing up, man. And I hope you have a most excellent day. Thank you, man, for popping in. Party time. Excellent.
No problem. Jalen Franklin!
Super Bowl! Yeah.
Bro, and you look at the defensive line. Their defensive line doesn't have anything sack-wise or anything compared to our defense. So if you do not sack Pat Mahomes at least 4 or 5 times, I'm very upset.
But I don't.
That's the one reason why the Bengals. That I know, and I'm not saying that. I'm saying if this does happen, that the question is if we lose, all these scenarios have to fucking happen.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, and what I'm saying is, you look at our roster, you look at theirs, it's completely different, complete opposites. Offensively, we have them beat. Defensively, we have them beat. They are the best of the AFC. we are the best of the NFC, and we're just built better than what they are. The only advantage that they have is they have Andy Reid to a point, because there is things Andy Reid does that Nick does not do. And sometimes Nick isn't willing to do them crazy fucking trick plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, he will bring all the stops out. It is the Super Bowl. But my whole point is, bro, looking at this game, I understand it is Pat Mahomes, but when I look at weapons on weapons, there is no reason this game should even be close.
Right.
I'm just being dead honest with you. Like, I'm saying this game should be 30. It should be 30. It should be 34-17, bro. Like, I will give them 17 points just the fact that they have Pat Mahomes.
Right. Tom, what do you think the score might be? Or what are your expectations? Do you think this might be like the Tom Brady New England Patriots game, where it literally Patriots started taking the lead and we Eagles have found a way to win that Super Bowl? Is that going to be in the situation, maybe be a factor in this Super Bowl? Could the Chiefs actually for once take over the lead on the Eagles this postseason, and the Eagles finding a way to win, or are the Eagles just going to dominate?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough one. I just think that, at the end of the day, I agree with what AK just said about our weapons and everything. We have good weapons there. Defense isn't as good, so I think we match up well with them offensively. I think we could score points, move the ball, create favorable matchups, and on the other side, we can dictate a lot of matchups on the defensive side as well. My dog is like bothering me.
He's just loving you.
So I think we could dictate a lot of matchups on both sides of the ball, and that's kind of what this team is built to do is dictate matchups. You see, they have these that can match up with anyone. You see, they have the safety that can play safety or nickel corner, and then you have Avante back, so you got another nickel corner, and then you have your two outside corners, and they can do a great job on Travis Kelce. They can do a great job on wide receivers. And then you have your D-line that's a mismatch. So you get after Pat Mahomes, move him off his spot, and he's got that hobbled ankle, so you know that he's not going to be as mobile, if you get him running early in the game especially. So all these things seem like, okay, there's the direct game plan how to win, but Pat Mahomes is really smart, and so is Andy Reid, and they know how to scheme things up to make sure Pat gets the ball out of his hands fast. So if these corners aren't on it, it doesn't matter the names of the receivers. They're all pros. They can all run. They can all run routes. They can all catch easy balls. And if you kind of play soft and let Pat get into a rhythm, and anything can happen. So you really have to be disciplined early in the game, all game. When you're playing a quarterback that's that smart, they have Super Bowl experience. I mean, this guy, ever since becoming a starter, hasn't gone anything less than to the AFC Championship game. Andy Reid, same thing. They've gone to what now? Is it 4 straight or 5 straight that they've been to? Super Bowl win already. So this team is not going to be rattled. They're not going to be nervous. It's not Brock Purdy. I'll tell you that much. It's not Daniel Jones. So this is the real thing. This is one of the best quarterbacks already of all time with what he's accomplished in 6-7 years as a starter. And you have to be ready for whatever they're going to give you. But the Eagles are absolutely good enough to take on a team like this, talent-wise, straight matchup-wise, everything. So I'll be disappointed if they get outsmarted, really. I mean, it's going to come down to poise, smarts, all that stuff. And if they get rattled and they're not poised because they're playing against Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid, who just know how to keep it cool in that situation, I'd be pretty disappointed in that. But talent-wise, the Eagles have the tools to win this game. It just has to all come together, and we're going to see the maturity of Jalen Hurts be a huge factor, and Nick Sirianni. And if they win this game, they've arrived as, you can officially say, like, these guys they're on a path to be some of the greatest. And that's what Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes already have proven. So it's really a clash of what's hot right now and what's proven. And hopefully Sirianni and Hurts aren't just hot now. They can win this game, and they can be right in that same class with these guys. So it's a great test, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Well, and Greg here, he says defense wins the Super Bowls. You're right, sir.
Yes.
So automatically, I'm telling you,
John.
Yeah. So and automatically, then we should win this game because we have the best defense for them. Yes, the Chiefs' defense is good, but you know what? We are first in every category except for what is it, yards per game? I think it is.
Number one in the postseason. We only given up 14 points.
So therefore, by your logic, sir, we win.
I want to answer
70
Blaze's comment right here. I want to answer Blaze's comment since I wasn't in the chat at that time. He says, you know, people will say if you win, you just beat the Chiefs with an injured Mahomes. What do you guys have to say to that? What do you have to say when the Philadelphia Eagles went in and beat Mr. Tom Brady with a backup quarterback in the name of Nick Foles, who hasn't done nothing since he's left the Philadelphia Eagles? They can say all what they want to say. They can do all what they want to do. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. And if he's not 100%, well, then we got to hope that they come up with a better game plan because we're going to be coming.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and not just that, bro, but this is football. Injuries happen. Okay, there is no excuse. There is no.
Our quarterback's hurt too, right? Our quarterback's hurt too, right? So what's the difference? So what's the difference? So everyone's banged up, you know.
Yeah,
our quarterback's going through something too. You can see it. You can obviously see it. So you know they're both going through it. I tweeted it today. Two absolute warriors. I have all the respect in the world for Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid as well. And I'm not gonna make excuses for guys that I have that much respect for. Like they're going through it just like we are, and we're gonna see who the better team is and who deserves the Super Bowl, and that's just that.
Not just that, bro, but we got a right tackle right now who re-tore his groin during the Giants game. Okay? And this kid went out there, well, not kid anymore. He's a fucking grown-ass man now. He went out there this past weekend with a completely torn groin. And do you know what he did? He held Bosa to nothing. To nothing. That is insane. That is a warrior right there, bro.
We win the Super Bowl, Lane Johnson's not coming back. Mark my words. Lane Johnson retires after the season if we win the Super Bowl. He's not coming back.
A lot of them are going to retire. A lot of them are.
I don't think. Why is everyone thinking that?
Because he's already talking about it.
He's talking about it. Jason Kelsey.
Yeah, but they always talk about it every year the last 3 years.
He was talked into coming back this season because he said, I was tired of dealing with every offseason. I spend more time rehabbing my body than doing anything else. He's like, I spend the offseason probably 2 to 3 months trying to rehab for the season, get injured in season again. And he goes, I know going back into this offseason, I'm only going to be rehabbing the whole entire offseason again. He's like, I'm starting to get tired of it. He's 33 years old, I think now. So he's like, I'm getting up there in age. I just don't want to continue with pain. Like, we got to keep it real. Like, dealing with the pain that man's going through on a constant basis, and the fact that you just mentioned that he stopped Joey Bosa and didn't allow the man to do fuck all during that game. You know how much pain that man was probably in? More than we could even imagine. So,
Randy, I get that.
I'm leaning towards if the Eagles win this Super Bowl, Lane Johnson's probably gone.
And I understand that 100%. Okay, if he does go, hey, I have nothing but respect for him, and I'll cry when he fucking leaves, all right? Because he is a Hall of Famer, no doubt. But I'm also know how much pull Jalen has and how much these boys up front respect the fuck out of him. And I know if they win and Jalen...
We also got to have money that goes... We have 16 players coming off the defensive side. We can't afford to keep giving all these people $10 million+ contracts. You're going to have to cut your strings and let it go when it finally comes time. This is the time.
Lane is still under contract, bro. This is not Lane's last.
He was only on for 1 year.
By the way, shout out to the 15 people in the chat. If you don't mind, if you haven't, can you please drop a like on each one of our channels? Liking, sharings, and it shares out to other people so our community can grow. So if you could just drop a like, that's all we ask for. And I agree with what you guys are saying. But I don't think that Lane's gonna retire. I don't. Yeah. I don't have that feeling. That
definitely possible, but like this is the thing. You guys have to, whether he retires this year or not, you guys got to be prepared for that. You know, everyone's talking about these draft picks we have, and everyone wants the top 10 pick to be sexy. Watch it be a tackle. Watch it be an offensive tackle at 10, because you know if he retires this year, okay, wow, we'll all be shocked, but it's not going to be shocking to see Lane Johnson walk away from the game in the next few years, if not this year. So watch this 10th overall pick be an offensive tackle that they're going to start either this year or next year after Lane does hang it up, because these guys are getting older. Lane, remember, he stepped away from the game last year for the anxiety issues. You have Jason Kelsey, obviously. has his replacement in house right now in Cam Jurgens. You're going to constantly see this team build through the trenches in the draft. And at the time, fans didn't like the Landon Dickerson pick, right? It's not sexy. It's not the cornerback that you want or whatever, but they're going to keep drafting offensive linemen because they prioritize it. And look what happens. Look what it does. You get dominant run games. You get to beat the hell out of teams in the playoffs. And that's really what having that kind of dominant O-line does. So hopefully.
Yeah, we've been doing that for years.
Right. And since Andy Reid, Andy Reid, his era was when this organization really turned for our generation. And he would always prioritize the trenches. And that's what the Eagles are going to do now. And whether or not Lane Johnson's here this year and the following year, whatever, they're going to draft a guy that can come in and be his replacement, just like they did with Cam Jurgens and Jason Kelce. And I bet
Landon Dickerson too.
Yeah, but yeah,
I will never question Howie Roseman ever again. Seriously, I'm not. I love the way he drafts. I'm okay with it. Like, listen, I understand too, like you said, linemen are not sexy, but I understand why we have them now. And I understand how much important they are. It goes quarterback then lineman. Literally, that's the importance.
If you look at the top picks, look at the top 10 picks, look at what the good teams do. They pick defensive line, offensive line, and quarterback in the top 10.
Yep.
There's occasions where teams pick receiver, and it's a great pick too, or corner sometimes is a great pick. But those three positions are top 10 picks. And if you pick a trenches pick in the top 10, I'll never argue with it. I'll never argue.
Right, 100%. But my whole thing is, listen, I believe Jalen brought some rejuvenation to these old guys' career. You know, I think Kels loves playing football again. That is why he came back this year, because of Jalen and how much fun he makes it. And they know he takes it serious. And it's not like Carson Wentz where it was just kind of fake and they could see it. You know, they know he genuinely loves football. And I think if these guys win, Jalen could probably easily pull them both back one more year and say, bro, let's run it back. We had so much fun this year. We already have the line. The potential's here. Let's just do it. And listen, for one more ring, you don't think they're going to do that? Shit. That's all these men pay for.
Right. It'll be hard for them to walk away. I totally agree with that. You know, there's definitely some, a feeling like, okay, if they win this, how are they going to, hang it up? But either way, I just hope they get closure. I love those two guys, Kelce, Lane Johnson, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham. I hope whatever they do, whatever their decisions all are, I just hope that they feel like they had a complete career and they get that closure that they wanted, whether it's this Super Bowl, whether they want to come back and continue to search for more. But at the end of the day, they did all they need. Even if, obviously we don't want to talk about this, but even a loss in this Super Bowl, I still respect Fletcher, Brandon Graham, Kelce, and Lane more than they could imagine. So I'm just happy to have been able to say that they were all my team and what they've done for us. So they can walk away after this game no matter what, and I'll be thankful for that and just say, you know what?
Amen, man. Amen.
Yes.
I just don't see how Lane can go, like we've been saying. I mean, even if Lane would walk this year, like, and you get a top 10 draft pick and he's a right tackle, I'm still going to be a little nervous about that because that is Lane Johnson you're filling, and that is hard to do. A dude that hasn't let a sack up in 286 snaps, like that's insane, dude.
He's the best tackle in the league. So, yeah, it's
one of the best ever, even. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm a little uncomfortable going into week one until I see this kid a few weeks straight. You know what I'm saying? Because one, I love my quarterback, and we're getting ready to pay him, and I don't want to see him die because of a stupid thing a rookie does at right tackle.
Right.
So I bring him back 1 year for next year to not just run it back, but to also take a tackle, like you said, in the top 10 and let Lane groom him for an entire year and then let Lane go.
Whoa.
See, that's exactly what I was going to say, too, is that even if he does come back, you'll see this team take an offensive tackle, just like they did with Cam Jurgens and Jason Kelce. Like
Randy, can't pop back in? All right.
Did Randy get kicked out? But, yeah. I guess
it's the internet or something. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so, no, I agree with you. I would love – the Eagles love to insulate their rookies. You saw them pick Jordan Davis. He's not really a starter. You saw they pick Nakobe Dean in in the third round. He's not a starter. And Cam Jurgens in the second. All three of their top 3 picks this year were guys that they had a role for as backups to learn, to grow. And I think that goes a long way. And I would love for Lane to come back one more year, run it back, and give this rookie a year to get, situated and learn from Lane and maybe get some reps if Lane were to go down. But it might not be the case. It might not be reality, and they're going to have to potentially throw a guy in there. But a top 10 prospect, with Jeff Stoutland coaching him, maybe they pick a veteran backup as well in free agency, just somebody to have some depth there. But getting a top 10 talent at offensive tackle and you give him to Jeff Stoutland, I'm confident.
Yeah.
Well, Tom, here, let me throw you this little loophole at you, because I've heard this a little bit at the beginning of the year. Not sure if it's going to happen, but supposedly a little birdie once told me that Stoutland has been looking to retire. Okay, which in all honesty, I understand. I mean, hell, the guy's a dinosaur. He's been here forever, and we love the shit out of him, but, eventually enough's enough, and I get it. He has family he wants to spend with. Now, the rumor is, though, the offensive line coach is being handed over to Kels whenever Kels retires.
That's a wild rumor.
That is a wild.
So-
Honestly,
No,
I
it is.
tried to fact check this again because I did hear exactly what AK said. And there
Yeah.
was articles, and especially the off season during training camp and OTAs, that Stoutland would retire this season. But I can't find anything recent saying that Stoutland will retire. I think he's going to stay on the team.
I think he'll stay as long as Kels stays.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, Randy, I don't think anyone has kicked you out. I just think it's StreamYard, and don't worry, I gotta wait for you to fix it. So I'll show you how we can fix it.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I don't think any of us would.
I hope he gets back on.
Yeah,
But still, no matter what, even if Kels takes over for Stoutland, I mean, dude, what a perfect replacement, because everything Stout knows, Kels knows. You know what I mean? So
no birdie
just
said
make the
that.
transition.
Anybody I would want in, especially a future Hall of Famer like Kelsey, who's now a 2-time appearing Super Bowl maybe champion, I would take Kelsey. I think his demeanor, his enthusiasm, his professionalism, he would bring a lot to the table for this Philadelphia Eagles franchise, and I would happily accept him and be humble for him to be a coach on this team.
And who knows, maybe someday whenever, Nick Sirianni moves on to bigger and better things or whatever the hell goes on, we can promote him to head coach. And then we just got Kels as the head coach,
Exactly what the Indianapolis Colts just did with Jeff Saturday, and everyone's crushing him for it. So be careful what you wish for.
Well, I mean, I would expect Nick to be around here for a while, though. I'm not saying like 2 years. God, listen, man, let's not go down this road, because I swear to God, if Nick Sirianni turns into another Dougie P, I'm gonna fucking be pissed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Nick Sirianni's pretty humble and really loves it. I think Doug kind of, once he won the Super Bowl, got to his head a little bit, but we'll see. Things change people, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, because dude, I want a long-lasting coach for once. I want someone, I want another Andy Reid, that someone's been here 10 years plus. Like, I'm ready for stability at head coach again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what the goal is, right? That's what the goal is for every team. So I think Nick Sirianni's done a great job, but it's early on in this dude's career, and we'll see how it plays out. But it's going to be fun to watch. I think the question on the screen, I think they're both great. It's hard.
They're both great. You can't pick.
Yeah, it's impossible.
They're two different positions. You can't.
Yeah, right.
They're both best. They're both the best at their positions.
Let's worry about right now, and let's worry about these next 2 weeks. We can worry about all season. The whole off season about this question. We could talk about it for weeks and itch our heads over it. But right now, we're going to the fucking Super Bowl. Let's get this victory, boys. Come on now.
Still can't believe it. But to go to that retirement conversation, it was you got to look at these players who retired young too. Look at Megatron. Look at Andrew Luck.
Making me
they had, huh?
You're making me.
What's that got to do with anything though?
No, I'm just saying, like, when people want to walk away from the game, they just have to because of their bodies. Maybe Lane is getting to that point.
Damn right. That's
Oh
right.
yeah, no,
Spongy.
I'm not saying that he isn't, bro. Listen, if Lane wakes up after the day after the Super Bowl and decides to retire, it's gonna suck, but I'll accept it. I mean, fuck, I have nothing but total respect for Lane.
For
I
sure.
just don't like the position my team's in once he's gone because Lane is like your heartbeat. You
Yeah.
know, like
God,
that's the only shitty part about it. I mean,
how do
listen,
they
I
go
thought
forward?
I thought Peters should have hung up his boots 3 years prior to when he did, and hell, he hasn't yet. So it's like, you know. But they know when to quit, dude. They know their
Yeah.
bodies.
Yep. Yep. So I still can't believe we're going to the Super Bowl. So thank you guys for coming to MK Headlines episode 63. Next week we're going to talk about more about the game because obviously there's nothing really to talk about right now. So make sure you like and subscribe to everyone's channel. If you look in the description, Tom States has a new channel, so it's down below in the description. So if you could give him a sub, and he does a show every Wednesday, right?
Yeah, every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Always got to think about it because my buddy that I do it with is on the West Coast. So we do it 7 p.m. Eastern time. Anybody on the West Coast out there, it'd be 4 p.m. Every Wednesday. So yeah, we're going to be on tomorrow, talking a lot of the same stuff that that we were saying here. We have all day to talk about the Chiefs. We're going to talk about a lot of weird stuff tomorrow. So definitely tune in. We're in for a good episode. It's going to be a little more than just football. So can't wait.
Yeah. Yep.
And sorry,
7 o'clock tomorrow.
7 o'clock Eastern time. Yeah, 7 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. Yep.
And where would it be on YouTube? What channel?
Yeah, I mean you
It's
can just
on
go to
his. It's in the description, Liam.
Yeah.
Oh, links in the description. Cool.
Yeah, and you can just go to my Twitter. It comes up on my timeline, just like this. Comes right up in my account. So yeah, I go off StreamYard too. So I just got my own like account set up. Once you guys were like bringing me onto this, I was like, I got to check this out. And so we just set everything up and we run our show from there. And yeah, it's cool. It's been cool. We've got a couple episodes out if you want to check out the YouTube channel. So
Definitely.
I made some shorts. I made some YouTube shorts, so you can check those out too. Not really a whole lot of views on them, so I'll appreciate the boost there.
well, and I apologize, man. You know, we have not met up till this night, and you know, sometimes my language gets a little saucy. That is who I am, though. Everyone knows that. But yeah, sorry, I came on a little strong there.
AK,
but
you're fine. We love it. We love
It's
it.
what I'm
If it
about,
wasn't for
man.
that, you wouldn't be AK, dude.
I'm the uncensored version of all y'all. So
But it has to be done. It has to be done.
yeah.
Yep. So on that note, guys, make sure you like and subscribe, and yeah, we'll catch you all next week.
Make sure you go to each one of our channels in the description and drop a like and a sub to my man Tom Stakes, AK Eagles Podcast, Cool Cat Connor, who is a special guest, and Next Shift. One word, Next Shift. Our guy Randy. And over here, the hostess of the mostest in charge of it, Mitch Kofsky. Make sure you drop a like on his channel and subscribe, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. And we're Super Bowl bound. We'll see you next week.
Yep, guys. MK out. Let's go, Birds.